All right, all right. Welcome, everyone. Just got my AirPods in now. I don't know if you could tell, just because I want to see if my audio is picking up properly. And it is, so that is great. Won't be needing these for long. So long. See you later, AirPods. Just had to check that the audio is good. So let's get started. Um, Today we will be doing best ball drafts, obviously. If anyone's got any questions that they want to ask about fantasy football, I'll be here for God knows how many hours, hopefully long enough. I don't know if you could see, but we have the DraftKings, not DraftKings, what the hell am I saying? These people got to sponsor me, so when I absolutely mess up like that, accidentally mess up, that they could actually see that I'm naming them. But Underdog, my Underdog account, I got it filled. Looking around, I see, what is this, quick timer? A slow draft. No, we don't want slow draft. I forgot the timer meant slow draft. Hold on, I want to pull up this so I can see live chat just in case. Okay. I guess for now, nobody's really in any of these pools. Um, the $3 draft ones are kind of hitting. I didn't really want to start there. I was hoping we could just do increments of 5, but there's only people in the $3 draft right now, so let's get in there real quick. Oh, for some reason that didn't work. Let's go back. What is going on? Let me refresh. Yeah, right now in terms of no slow drafts. Oh, you know what? Somebody's in a $5. Let's get in a $5 draft. See if anybody joins. If anybody wants to join, I just joined the $5 12 teamer. Feel free to join. Feel free to fill in. Wow, I'm messing up all over the place today. Can you tell it's the first stream? But yeah, let's wait around, see if anybody else joins. If not, I'll bump myself to the $3. For some reason, $3 drafts weren't working. And yeah, while we're waiting, let's go over and just look at different position rankings, see what we like and what we don't like for right now. First thing that jumps off to me, though he's been fantastic, I feel like Derrick Henry at RB11 is a little too rich for my taste. Aaron Jones at RB16. I feel like that's a pretty good value right now, assuming the ADP is about like if we're playing 12 teams, about the 5th round, maybe the 6th, early 6th. I feel like there's some good value there. Austin Eckler and DeAndre Swift, I don't really know what to make of those situations right now. Obviously, Chicago could draft somebody, which would hurt us if we drafted them. Tyjae Spears RB28. That's really not bad, honestly. I kind of like that value right now. What else are we seeing here? What else? I guess nobody's going to join this draft room, so let me pop right out of here real quick. See if we could actually get something to fill in the meantime. If anyone's got any questions, like I said, feel free. Definitely feel free to ask away. Yeah, let's just get in this $3 one. We only need 5 more people to fill. It's a 12 teamer. We'll keep looking at values. Let's go to wide receiver. The big one that I wanted to get to, he's also in the thumbnail. Marvin Harrison Jr. is way, way, way too rich for my price. I personally would not recommend drafting him at wide receiver 11. Yes, there's obviously a scenario where he can outperform his ADP. However, for today, I don't know his quarterback situation. I don't know what offense he's going to be in. So for me, I'm not really feeling going all in and breaking the bank on him in the first, probably the 2nd round, in all fairness. I just think that's a little too rich for my taste. But we'll see what may be values. I think with Marquise Brown signing with the Kansas City Chiefs, I think wide receiver 14 for Rashee Rice is a little too rich for my price as well. He did have a phenomenal season last year, had over 100 targets as well, which is all great signs. But adding a wide receiver who is more than capable of, getting to over 100 targets, and factor in that, not saying that Marquise Brown is better, but he's not going to be dropping passes like the other receivers, which led to Rashee Rice getting so many targets. So to kind of bank on him to have another season of 100 plus targets, adding in a Marquise Brown, it's a little risky. I don't know if I really like that price. Michael Pittman at wide receiver 21. I feel like that could really be a value. Jalen Waddle's at 22. I feel like those are some pretty good values right now. A lot of people are not too happy with how Jalen Waddle played last year, but despite that, still had over 100 targets. Wasn't scoring as many touchdowns as he did in the past. I would like to think that that 4 touchdown number isn't going to sustain and it could get back up to like 6 like his rookie season. I think 8 was a little too high, but last year's 4 was a little too low. So I feel like maybe next year we'll come back, find ourselves somewhere in the middle, and end up with 5-6 touchdowns, and that could really alter how you perceive Jalen Waddle. Last year, a ton of his catches were 20-yard receptions or more. Again, something in 2022 that's not going to be very sustainable into 2023. So I wasn't really too rich on Jalen Waddle, but being that people kind of have that sour negative taste in their mouth, I feel like there's a good chance that someone like Jalen Waddle could actually be a value this year. Waiting on 5 more people. Let me raise up my chair a little bit just because I feel like you can't really see me on the screen right now. That's a little better. I'm also closer to the mic now, so that'll be a little easier for me to talk to you guys, of course. But let's keep going. Cooper Kupp at wide receiver 27. I kind of like that. I feel like somebody like Puka Nacua, again, a little too rich for my likings, had everything go right for him in his rookie season. He's a hell of a player, somebody that I was keen on early in the season. If you watch some of my videos last year, I didn't make YouTube videos last year. I was making, TikToks and Instagram reels. Those were, I was pursuing and telling people to go add Devon Achane, Jaden Reed, and of course Puka Nacua was the last guy that I said was the most important with Cooper Kupp's injury. And he definitely took advantage of Cooper Kupp being injured. Now, obviously, Cooper Kupp has an injury history. It's very likely that even though you get him at wide receiver 27, it doesn't turn out to be ADP. But if we're looking at 2 guys in the same offense, and it's a pass-happy offense, definitely, I think between taking one guy at wide receiver 6 and one guy at wide receiver 27, I think you're way, way, way better off trying to go for Cooper Kupp in this situation. I think it's possible my stream might have froze. Is that the case? No, but very delayed, I guess. Let me just check this real quick. Now everything looks right, but not really understanding why nobody's seeing my draft screen right now. Let me just throw the AirPods back in, see what's going on with my audio. Because I'm not getting why. Am I delayed? Is there something wrong where you can't see the draft screen? I'm not sure what's going on right now. Yeah, I'm not understanding. some reason my screen is frozen. Got 2 more people waiting to pile in. For some reason, my capture froze. That's not very good and not pleasing to the eye. Trying to figure out why. Oh, we're in. So we are the 111. Let me see if I can, before my next pick, turn off screen capture and get it back. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. I think that's better. Let me try to fix this really quick. Oh. Gotta make this a lot smaller. Sorry for technical difficulties. This is definitely my first time streaming. I have the chat there top left and another browser just cause. Alright, that's good. Sorry about that. I know that wasn't pleasing to the eyes. So now we're looking at Justin Jefferson is. Let's go over before I keep yapping away. First pick, obviously Christian McCaffrey, followed by Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase. Justin Jefferson goes right after at 105. Now we're waiting on the 106. It says best available is Bijan Robinson. I would have to agree with that. I would not be taking Breece Hall before Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson does come off the board at 106. I don't know if I should start by queuing anyone up. No, we're not going to queue anyone up yet because a lot could change by 111. Right now, I'm looking at Jonathan Taylor because I want a really good running back first. Not saying he's a value at RB6, but if Anthony Richardson is going to be healthy a full season, yeah, he's going to vulture touchdowns, but I like that situation. But Jahmyr Gibbs is available. That's a little crazy to me. I might bolster up and go double running back. So let's take Jahmyr Gibbs because we know Jahmyr Gibbs is a freak. He probably won't score as many rushing touchdowns as he did last year. But we definitely like Jahmyr Gibbs here. So that's who I go, followed by Garrett Wilson, Kyron Williams. I'm back on the clock. Jonathan Taylor is there. I'm going to go double running back, even though that's probably not the move. I think it is the move personally, because I'd like to maybe get somebody like Malik Neighbors when it comes back to me, even though it doesn't sound like he's a wide receiver one. We don't know what team he's on, obviously. But I'm going to get wide receivers in this draft. I'm not going to be able to get absolute elite running backs across the board, so I'm going Jonathan Taylor for that reason. So after I take Jonathan Taylor, Nico Collins and Saquon Barkley come off the board. I think Saquon Barkley is a little bit of a reach. I don't know where his ADP is. It's right at 16, so I guess it's not a reach. But in best ball, it probably won't be the worst thing. But in redraft, to take somebody there with injury risks and it's a new team, not really sure if I like that play, to be honest. But hey, to each their own in this. Hopefully, I'm the one making money and they're not. We do have a long time before my pick comes back to me, so it's likely I don't get Malik Neighbors, but if everybody went wide receiver early, which it seems like they did, yeah, everyone went wide receiver in the first round for the most part. Two teams took Bijan, Christian McCaffrey. Brees Hall went right before me, so three out of the other 11 teams in here went wide receivers, so they're going to be looking for running backs. I just wasn't going to let a combo like Jahmyr Gibbs and Jonathan Taylor pass me personally. I feel like that was a really strong start to this draft. Again, Jahmyr Gibbs may not have as many rushing touchdowns as he did last year. David Montgomery is still there. They haven't released David Montgomery, which I think is kind of crazy, me personally. But after Saquon Barkley, DJ Moore, Josh Allen, Marvin Harrison Jr. goes at pick 19 overall. It's crazy. I absolutely would not recommend doing that. But hey, like I said before, to each their own. Then after Marvin Harrison Jr., Devontae Adams and Stephon Diggs go. So now we're about, how many picks away? 12 picks away still. Doesn't seem like we're going to get the guy that we wanted in Malik Neighbors. But that's okay. Devon Achane follows Stephon Diggs. And we're just waiting for our pick now at this point. Okay, Drake London off the board. That's solid. Drake London with Kirk Cousins, an upgrade at quarterback, a significant upgrade at that. Taking a look at his stats. Oh, I can't look at his stats now that he's been drafted. That's kind of lame. Still learning Underdog on the computer format. I usually just play on the smartphone where you could actually click on the guys, but that's okay. We're about 9 picks away. Sam Laporta was just taken at pick 24. That, I think, is a reach, and this team of CMC, Derrick Henry, and Sam Laporta seems like they're only hunting after big-name guys that they know are guaranteed to go off. Rashee Rice follows Derrick Henry and Sam Laporta. So Rashee Rice goes at the beginning of the third round. Again, we were just talking about how Marquise Brown is added into this offense now. I don't know if you can be taking him as a alpha work dog wide receiver. Yes, of course, he's in an offense where Patrick Mahomes is his quarterback. But somebody like Marquise Brown should not be this undervalued. I'm going to go try to find where his ADP is at right now. I do not even see him in the next few picks. I'm going to look up where his ADP is. So Marquise Brown is wide receiver 44. Like, are you kidding me? It's an absolute value. Not saying he's going to be a top 25 wide receiver, but if you're taking him at wide receiver 44 and he's going to be a top 30, 35 guy, it's a great value there. That is a great value. Let's go back to the board, see what was taken, what wasn't. So after Rashee Rice, Chris Olave goes. I would take Chris Olave before Rashee Rice personally. I know the quarterback situation isn't very good. Mike Evans is another guy I would take before Rashee Rice. Josh Jacobs goes in between those wide receivers at pick 28. I'm 2 picks away right now, but let me just give you who else has been gone off the board. We have, after Mike Evans, we have Brandon Ayuk, Tank Dell, and Jalen Hurts. That is most likely, no, that's not the first quarterback off. So somebody took Josh Allen before that. That's okay. Now, I can get a plethora of good wide receivers here, which I did not expect to really land to me. I pers it's tough to take Malik Neighbors over what's already been established, but I'm gonna take Malik Neighbors and just know that I'm going to get another wide receiver to pair with him. If I knew what team he was on, I'd maybe try to make it's a better argument to take somebody like Jalen Waddle, but maybe Jalen Waddle still is here for me, and he is. So Malik Neighbors and Jalen Waddle are my two wide receivers. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Feel like I'm getting a value on Waddle. He was ADP 32. I take him at pick 38. And Malik Neighbors, ADP, I took him pretty much right where he was landed to go, 34 and a half. I take him at 35. In between my two picks, DK Metcalf and Travis Etienne come off the board. So those I feel like are really good picks. Those are value picks. But the reason I went running back over wide receiver in the beginning is, yeah, James Cook, Rashad White, and Pacheco are here. But after that, you have Ken Walker, Aaron Jones, Kamara, Mixon. And then it starts to get ugly. We have David Montgomery, who's probably not going to have the same season he did last year. Ramondre Stevenson, Tony Pollard in a split offense. Whereas, I could get Jackson Smith-Njigba, could go another rookie, Brian Thomas, Jordan Addison, I feel like I'm probably going to stay away from. Terry McLaurin, always consistent. Jaden Reed, I like these wide receivers at this point over the running backs coming up. I'm probably not going to have a chance to get Jaden Reed, but that's okay. I am personally not looking at a quarterback right now. Anthony Richardson looks absolutely juicy at his ADP, though. So maybe if he's there, I might take him. But I'm somebody who likes to just kind of close my eyes, go to the bottom of the list. Jordan Love, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, I made the video on. I'm probably going to stay away from at this point. But Caleb Williams at QB 16. Are you kidding me? Kirk Cousins at QB 18. These are just some values that I'm going to get at the end of the draft if I just stay patient and wait it out on the quarterback position. And there's still wide receivers here that should absolutely be taken. There's no Tyler Boyd in the Bengals offense this year coming up, so I really like that. T. Higgins didn't play many games this year, but when he did play, he was pretty good. It was ugly in the beginning, not going to lie. When he came back from injury, he was a hell of a lot better. A lot of people were scared about T. Higgins, but he didn't really have a bad fantasy season for the amount of games he played. Yes, it was disappointing, but come on. He's not going to have another bad season like that again. He's a legit wide receiver in this league. Just checking my phone real quick. There's a lot to do in this next 11 picks or so, but let's go over who was taken. We'll get that out of the way. So after I take Jalen Waddle, Travis Kelce comes off the board, followed by Lamar Jackson. After that is Rashad White. Then we have Keenan Allen. That's an interesting spot. I feel like that's some pretty good value, even though we have no idea who the quarterback is or who's blocking on the offensive line. Still think that's a pretty solid pick. Just have to hope he doesn't get injured, of course. Then Devontae Smith. I feel like that's a value. He's a really good receiver. People were trying to make this narrative of him during the year that he wasn't very good and that Jalen Brown, what the hell am I saying? A.J. Brown is taking all of his targets and work from him. That is not the case. They can both coexist in the Eagles offense. Jeez, what am I saying today? Isaiah Pacheco, then Cooper Kupp, followed by Patrick Mahomes. Trey McBride, I feel like that's a good pick. His ADP is a little, I don't want to say a little rich because he can easily have a top 2, top 3 tight end season. So I don't really hate that there at the end of the 4th round. Then we get Amari Cooper, followed by Zay Flowers, Ken Walker, Calvin Ridley, George Pickens, and now Mark Andrews has just gone off the board. And we have 5 more picks until our next pick. I see Anthony Richardson. I'm kind of interested in taking him. But if Aaron Jones is there, that could also be in the mix. Not really too sure what I want to do with this next pick. T. Higgins and James Cook follow Mark Andrews. Like, there's just value to be had in this round 5 receiver room. Rome Odunze is still available. I might just pair him up knowing that he's probably going to go to a team that needs a wide receiver 1. You know, an absolute dog. Team that's going to need a playmaker. The odds of him being across somebody who's just as good or better than him, I don't really know if I see that happening in this draft. Brian Thomas Jr., we did make a video about him. He's really, really good. Another LSU wide receiver to pair with Neighbors. But I don't know if I'm going to take him at this turn. My picks are so soon. It's kind of like a reach. Jaden Reed is available. I feel like I have to go Jaden Reed. Let's see what our other options are here. Anthony Richardson is available if I want to reach for him because the other teams in front of me don't have a quarterback. That could be a good move, but I'm not going to really sit around and waste a pick so early on a quarterback. I'm going to probably take Jaden Reed here. I'm getting a proven, legit wide receiver, and now I have Malik Neighbors, Jalen Waddle, and Jaden Reed. Though on paper, these guys don't seem like I'm going to get any elite guy. Rome Odunze and Anthony Richardson follow, so I'm not getting Rome Odunze, unfortunately. Aaron Jones is available. I kind of like this. I feel like he's going to be fed a ton of work, but it is a little risky. I have 8 seconds to make this next pick. Kind of looking at him, of all people available. Yeah, let's take Aaron Jones. Okay, got that at the buzzer. Whew, that was close. But yeah, now I have 3 legit running backs, 3 legit wide receivers. Though none of my wide receivers are true wide receiver 1, it's best ball. I'm going to be able to get these guys to fill in for each other every other week, especially with the guys that we draft after this round. I have 18 picks between my next pick. After Aaron Jones, who was my pick at 602, Alvin Kamara comes off the board, followed by Christian Kirk, Dalton Kincaid, Joe Mixon, and I guess I made a mistake before thinking this was a 12-man league. This is clearly a 10-man league with how pick overall 64 is the 604. So sorry for thinking that this was a 12-teamer for some reason. That means there's going to be more quarterbacks than I expect to be available. Unless guys are just going to waste picks and go like Joe Burrow and Anthony Richardson as their 2 quarterbacks, which I think is a total waste. I don't think you should be taking quarterbacks that soon. I wonder who got C.J. Stroud. I keep looking around at these teams that, because he's off the board. I wonder who decided to go C.J. Stroud so early. Josh Allen went pick 18. I mean, I kind of understand it. Somebody has 2 Jalen Hurts and C.J. Stroud. And his only running back is Rachaad White. And his 2 wide receivers are Puka and DJ Moore. It has tight end Dalton Kincaid. Okay. So at least he's, building out somewhat of a team, but it's going to be 3 wide receivers if I'm not mistaken. Right? It's a 3 wide receiver lineup. Yeah, 3 wide receivers and a flex. I don't really know about that. I don't know if that's really the move to make, Chief, but hey, to each their own. So after Joe Mixon, we have Jordan Addison going. I guess that's kind of like a value, to be honest. Not really, but getting him a few picks later than he should have. This team, I don't really know about this team. Got all wide receivers and then just Bijan Robinson. Obviously, Bijan Robinson is going to be a stud, but I don't know about that team. So after Jordan Addison, David Montgomery comes off the board. Then Joe Burrow, followed by Nick Chubb. Deontay Johnson, the new Carolina Panther in town. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Dak Prescott, early 7th round. Nobody was doing that last year. Jordan Love is following him, so obviously the quarterbacks are starting to come off the board. Let me take a look at quarterback again. I mean, I'm all right with, doubling up on some of these guys. I could grab Baker later. Grab Jaden Daniels later, Caleb Williams later, Kirk Cousins. I know rookie quarterback's not really so much of a great idea right now, but I'm willing to do it because I'm not willing to pay up for these quarterback prices that we see. People are trying to just fill out teams. I'm trying to get the best team. Definitely a difference. Shouldn't be in best ball going just to fill a lineup as fast as possible because a lot of these guys aren't going to pan out. Depth is a huge part of this game. My next pick is 4 picks away. I'm not in love with a lot of these wide receivers that I could grab. I may just end up reaching for somebody like Adonai Mitchell. But Brock Bowers could fall to me. I think that would be a pretty good pick. But again, I have no idea what team he's going to go to. So that's kind of scary, to be honest. Really just banking on that he's going to land in a good spot, just like I am with Neighbors. But I almost have to bet on the talent in this situation. The team before me has Travis Kelce, so it's not likely that they go tight end here. I may have messed up by going running back, because I don't really have wide receiver depth like I'd like in case one of my guys gets hurt. But Brock Bowers a little risky here, but I think I'm going to do it. I'm sold on the talent that he brings. I think Brock Bowers is a really good player, so I'm going to take him with my 7th round pick, which sounds crazy, but he's only going to get better as the season goes on. Christian Watson is available. Injury prone. Not sure I really love that idea, but there's really not a lot of guys here that I can trust at wide receiver. See Troy Franklin. I'm not trusting Troy Franklin. Evan Ingram last year wasn't bad. Might just double up on tight end, and if they're both really good, then one of them can be my flex. You know Evan Ingram's going to get the volume, so I'm going to go Evan Ingram, even though I was just clowning people for stacking up the positions and trying to fill out a team. I feel like we have running back. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I have 2 tight ends, so God forbid Brock Bowers isn't any good in his first season. I have Evan Ingram, who is a legit tight end in this league. And when it comes back to me in like 19, 20 picks, I will have the option to take Adonai Mitchell, who, again, I don't know what team he's going to play for, but I feel pretty good in drafting somebody like him. A lot of unknown with this. Tyler Lockett, he's not being dropped by the Seahawks, so I kind of think that's a value. But there's just a lot of rookie wide receivers here that I could just keep slamming on the board when it comes back to me. So I kind of like that more than taking people like Godwin, Christian Watson, who may be injury prone. DeAndre Hopkins, yes, he's good. Yes, we know exactly what we're going to get out of him. But age is definitely a factor. And I don't want that to be a factor on my team. I want somebody else to have that factor on their team if it goes bad. As you could see, taking all players that are youthful, except for Aaron Jones, of course. But we'll see how it goes when it comes back to me. I'm kind of looking at Adonai Mitchell right now. Courtland Sutton is a great wide receiver, but that 10 touchdowns ain't sustainable. He just went off the board. Actually, reach. That's a reach. Before taking Jameson Williams, I would much rather Jameson Williams over him, even though Jameson Williams hasn't improved much. So after my pick of Evan Ingram, Tony Pollard comes off the board, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, David Njoku, Brock Purdy, who was the man last year, Raheem Mostert, who was also the man last year, Austin Eckler, Courtland Sutton, Jake Ferguson, somebody that I was very big on last year in drafting. I thought that was an absolute steal. Nobody wanted him, especially at his underdog ADP. Dak Prescott, if you don't know by now, absolutely loves throwing to tight ends, no matter who they are. And he is a good athlete, so it kind of made sense for me to tell everyone, yo, you gotta go draft him. Also was big on David Njoku last year. Felt like somebody who's a freakish athlete like that. I obviously thought Deshaun Watson was going to be the quarterback. That wasn't the case. But when Joe Flacco stepped in, he got even better. He was a top 5 tight end late in the stretch of the season last year. Adonai Mitchell goes at 98. So we're not going to have a chance to draft him. I do like Jacoby Myers, but we don't know who the quarterback is going to be there. It's a little dangerous to take that. Josh Downs is a quality option, but I'm a little worried that before Anthony Richardson got injured, this was a very run-first offense, which is why I wanted to take Taylor and not somebody like Pittman. So I don't know if I'm going to go Josh Downs, but wide receivers are getting slim now. Marquise Brown was somebody I, before the draft, was like, yo, got to get him. He went in the middle of the 7th. That's actually some good value. Was I able to scoop him up at a good time? No, because my pick before that was Aaron Jones. I'd much rather Aaron Jones. I just kind of got beat by the draft board, had a long way to go before he came back to me, so I really didn't have a chance of getting him, to be honest. Zamir White is just taken, followed by Tajay Spears and TJ Hawkinson. That's a good it's a good range of players. You don't really know what you're going to get out of either of those three this year. Chase Brown at pick 105. I feel like Zach Moss is a way better running back. Where was Zach Moss? Zach Moss is still available. Wow. I mean, this is a guy who, according to my metrics, going to go into his 4th season or later in the NFL. Doesn't have a lot of wear and tear on him. Was really good last year. And I feel like that could be a value later on. I might go back around and try to scoop him up because I'm not really a big Chase Brown guy, to be honest with you. Justin Herbert is sitting here at QB 11. Still might pass the baton on the whole quarterback situation. Brian Robinson is here. I kind of like that. He showed that he could catch passes out of the backfield. Mike Williams is a free agent, so I'm not really dying to take him. I'm going to go Brian Robinson. Why not? I feel like that's a value. It's going to come back to me where I'm going to have my choice of Justin Herbert, Justin Fields. But if I don't take Caleb Williams here, I'm not going to get him. So that's something to be mindful of. I would still rather wait personally. But I just don't like any of the... but if I take Zach Moss here, I'm pretty much screwed because then I can't get wide receivers that I want. I'm going to bite the bullet and take Zach Moss. I really didn't plan that out too well, taking Brian Robinson, but I'm going to take Zach Moss here. When it comes back to me, I'll grab a quarterback and a wide receiver. I just don't think Khalil Shakur or Tyler Lockett really pushed the needle for me like that. At pick 110, I feel like I'm just reaching for somebody that's a proven commodity. Jerry Jeudy, not a bad pick at wide receiver 60. There's still some guys. I mean, Michael Wilson, that's somebody I would like to add to my team, actually. Adam Thielen is interesting. Had an amazing first half of the season, died out, but for what it's worth, had over 100 targets and was pretty good. And even 2 years ago when he didn't break 100 targets, he had 10 touchdowns. I feel like Adam Thielen is just a gamer at this point. Joshua Palmer is not a bad option either. He definitely has a rapport with Justin Herbert, but I don't know if I trust that offense. Demario Douglas. I don't know who his quarterback is, but I don't hate that. And I don't hate Zay Jones later either. So I guess I'll just swing for the fences on some of these. Oh, Tyler Boyd is still signed with the Cincinnati Bengals. I did not know that. I thought he was released by now. I thought he was gone. Noah Brown is not a bad wide receiver to take. Now I'm just going too far down. But yeah, I definitely need wide receiver because I can't just start those three guys every week. Like I said, I don't even have a legit one. But I am set. I am absolutely set on running backs. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Jones, Brian Robinson, Zach Moss. So I don't really need to hit running back again for a while. Yeah, there's some concern with Brian Robinson, Zach Moss, how much of the backfield they'll be getting. Whoa, what noise is that I'm hearing? That was a... What the hell? Stupid little Pokemon Go thing. I can't believe I still had that running. That's embarrassing. Shout out Pokemon Go. Great game. Great game. Justin Fields is still available. I'd imagine nobody's going to take him, so he'll probably still be there when we pick. If everyone has 1 to 2 quarterbacks, I don't know. No, you know what? Because Kirk Cousins could be a really good second quarterback for one of these teams, and then I'll beat on Kirk Cousins. But Jaden Daniels is not a bad quarterback. No, I would not want that to be my only quarterback. I'm going to have to get 2 or 3 guys. I have 2 tight ends, so I don't have to really worry about the tight end position, especially because one of them is really young, and Evan Ingram is not that old, so kind of set with that. Again, you guys have any questions, any comments on this, feel free to type in the chat, say what's up. I am looking at the chat, obviously. What kind of streamer wouldn't be looking at his chat? Come on now. Justin Fields did get taken. Wow. An 11th round pick. Somebody went with Justin Fields. Oh, this team. Oh, I don't know about that team. Yikes. This team is gross. We have Jordan Love and Justin Fields, good quarterbacks. Kenneth Walker and Jonathan Brooks are the only 2 running backs. Then we have Tyreek Hill, Drake London, Rashee Rice, Deontay Johnson. Like, what the hell are we doing? Kirk Cousins comes off the board, and so does Matt Stafford. So, I don't know what I'm doing at quarterback. Oh, boy. I guess the 11th round in a 10-man league is a little too long, too rich of a wait. But Cherry Judy is here, and Tyler Lockett made it back to me somehow, unless he gets taken in the next 2 picks and I jinx myself. I'm probably going to get... You know what? Jahan Dotson is not a bad choice. No, I don't know who the hell is going to quarterback Washington, but I know Jahan Dotson is better than he was last year, and he wasn't even that bad last year. So, that might be a wide receiver I take. Ladd McConkey is here, but I don't know what team he's going to play for. That's a little risky. I can take Jaden Daniels, who is obviously a good quarterback, but I don't know what team he's going to. Jerry Jeudy is piquing my interest quite a lot, but Amari Cooper is still going to fiend and take targets away from him. Oh, I might just have to take him, yeah. Because Tyler Lockett went right before me, and I did not... Oh, Michael Wilson was there. Damn. I kind of messed that one up. Yeah, I messed that one up. I'll own up to that. But who was the other guy I wanted to take? Well, let me make my pick first before I start worrying about other people's picks. Jaden Daniels is going to be my QB1. Unfortunately, that sounds horrendous. But yeah, I was looking at Tyler Lockett. He went right before me. But I don't remember who else I was looking at. That's really odd. I just had like a brain fart, and I don't even remember who I wanted to take. Jahan Dotson, that's who I wanted. He went right after me. Okay. That one I screwed up. I couldn't see him on the board for some reason. Having a meltdown with the brain today. Looking at quarterback, because I absolutely need 2 quarterbacks at least. I cannot be rolling out who I have. But one thing I like is I have enough running backs and tight end where they're just going to flex every week. So I only have to worry about the pool of wide receivers. That'll get better. How many rounds are we doing in this draft? We got 20 rounds. So I have time to get more wide receivers later. So that's okay with me. I'm not really too fond of taking like the free agents. Rookies, obviously, I will be interested in. Demario Douglas, I'm interested in. I think he's a pretty good player. You know, out of Liberty College, Nobody really cared for him. What the hell? Can I please click on his profile, please? Thank you. Just somebody that, no, he didn't score many touchdowns. That's going to happen in this offense, but definitely had some games where he was really good. So when it comes back to me, am I really going to take Aaron Rodgers? I hope not. But I don't really know who I am taking then if I don't. I'm not taking Joe Flacco, Jarrett Stidham. I could take Gardner Minshew. We actually do know who the quarterback of the Vegas Raiders is. Sorry for that misinformation prior. Gardner Minshew, I would feel good about playing, but I need 2 other guys to go with that. I'm not going to use him as just a backup quarterback, especially with Jaden Daniels as my only quarterback. That is not pretty. The people love quarterbacks. I personally don't love quarterbacks as much as these people. But yeah, the people in best ball love their quarterbacks. If I really want to go fishing down low, Desmond Ritter. No, not Desmond Ritter. What the hell am I saying? Drew Lock is who I meant to say. Drew Lock is not a bad option if Daniel Jones is not going to be a starter for most of the season. Well, I shouldn't say most of the season, but you get what I'm saying. He tore his ACL after he was dealing with the neck injury. I'm not expecting him back for week 1. I think Drew Lock could be a value, but I'm going to have to take Gardner Minshew or somebody else in between that. So we'll see how it goes. I don't hate Geno Smith. I don't hate Geno Smith, saying it with so much confidence, but I don't hate him personally. What am I saying? Hate him personally? I hate any of these guys personally. I don't hate him drafting wise. But let's see where this goes. I got 3 more picks before me. I really want Michael Wilson. He just got taken. Would you look at that? He just got taken. I'm 2 picks away. I have a ton of burps coming out that I'm hoping that aren't getting picked up on camera, because that is absolutely disgusting. But I had a protein shake before this, so not fun. Not fun for the gastrointestines. I am on the clock. Dontavian Wicks is best available. Xavier Legette. Xavier Legette. I don't know if I'm dying to do that. If I'm dying to go down that route. I think Geno Smith in a retooled offense is a value, so I'm going to take Geno Smith. And then I will also take Drew Lock. Obviously not in the near future. Drew Lock's ADP is what? Drew Lock's ADP is crazy low. He's QB 54. I'm going to throw that up in the queue. That's the first queue that I've done today. Just, to keep myself in mind that he's projected 10.5 points. I don't know if people realize. No, I understand that he's not the starter, but you have to be mindful that he's not going to play week 1. Oh, I'm on the clock. What the hell am I doing? I see Demario Douglas. Budsy Jones. He's kind of getting up there in age. I don't know if I'm dying to do that. Demario Douglas. Whoa. Oh, did I get auto-picked? Oh, no, I got him at the buzzer. I thought I had a buzzer beater before. I just got Demario Douglas at the buzzer. No, I'm not proud of that, but that's best available, That was the best available guy there. Maybe you could argue Xavier Legette was better, but I really can't take him without knowing what team he's going to be on. If I know what team he's on, then I'll feel a little more comfortable. Who's calling the plays, who's the offensive coordinator, then I'll feel a little better about it. But right now, I'm not loving Legette. It could take him a year or two find his role in the NFL. So I don't know. I know Demario Douglas has a role in the NFL for right now. So assuming they take a quarterback, maybe that. I mean, this sounds ridiculous, but maybe that Jaden Daniels Demario Douglas connection wins me an underdog league. Who knows? Who the hell knows? I definitely don't know. I'll tell you that much. Xavier Leggett does go. The Oh no, this is a 12-man league. What the hell am I saying? Why was it perfectly on par before? Round 10 was 94, and now it's changing. I don't know. Can't make this stuff up, but second to last pick of round 14, Xavier Leggett goes. Followed by Wandale Robinson and Elijah Mitchell. Followed by Bucky Irving. One thing I do regret about this, I didn't get any rookie running backs in this draft. But do I need rookie running backs? With 8 picks away? I got 5 guys that have a legit chance to be the starter in their offense. I don't know if I'm really that desperate for those players, but I obviously need better wide receivers. That's probably the weakest part of my draft, but I think Malik Neighbors is somebody that's going to hit that top 15 range of wide receivers at the end of season. Whereas, obviously, Marvin Harrison could do it, but I'm getting somebody like Malik Neighbors so much later than somebody's taking Marvin Harrison Jr., who's not guaranteed top 15 wide receiver, even though it's more likely, no doubt about it. I still got time before I take Drew Lock, which is really interesting. I feel like people are not privy to the idea that Drew Lock is going to start a few games. But then I'm kind of beat after that. Then I'm fighting with Jaden Daniels and Geno Smith for QB1 production. I don't know if that's going to fly. I should be taking a rookie quarterback again. But am I just going to go up and grab J.J. McCarthy? I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, it could be like Mac Jones, but why am I going to bank on that? You have 8 wide receivers, brother? Brother, you cannot possibly use 8 wide receivers in 15 rounds. There is no way. There is no way. You have 1 tight end, Travis Kelce. Great. I'm on the clock. I got to stop pocket watching other people. Jatavion Sanders. Not a bad player. I'm kind of stuck in the spot right now. Damian Pierce. We know that's not going to work out. We know that guy's going to get dropped. I'm going to take Audric. Oh, I missed my pick. Okay, great. That's embarrassing. Oh, I got Drew Lock. Oh, my God. That was not who I wanted to take there. Now I'm probably going to have to go get another quarterback. Gardner Minshew's there. That is embarrassing. I really just took Drew Lock because he was queued up. I just didn't want to lose out on him. Damn. I gotta start queuing up more so I don't miss out on my picks. I had a couple buzzer beaters that I didn't want to have. Gardner Minshew. I choose you. Alright, now I don't need to touch quarterback again. I need a rookie running back. I missed out on Ray Davis and Audric. But again, I don't know where they're going to end up. You know, somebody like Tank Bigsby, somebody that I was big on, and then ends up going to a place where, I mean, granted, this guy didn't really pan out and play that well, but somebody I thought was going to be really good. I was drafting him pretty early on, but it's not the move. It's not the move. I think even though he hasn't signed with the team, A.J. Dillon is not a bad option, but I do not, say it with me, Turtle. You do not need any more running backs. You do not. Somebody's going to get hurt, yes, but you still have 5 running backs. And I cannot believe that we took Drew Lock so early. I'm going to go to sleep today, and I'm going to think about that. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to think about how bad of an idea that was. Rashad Bateman was not very good last year. And he has not been very good in his NFL career, if I'm being honest. But injuries kind of took a toll his first 2 seasons. Last year was finally healthy. That could be a value. Tyler Boyd is a value. But he doesn't have a team right now. Does not have a team. So I was right about that. It just says Cincinnati because it can say Cincinnati, but that is not the case. Brendan Rice, if I'm feeling a little frisky, I could definitely do that. I would be the type of guy to take Odell and he ends up retiring, so I'm not going to do that. But that's such a turtle thing to do, is I take him and then he retires in 2 weeks. Or I go 10 weeks of the season with him not being on a team and finally signs with someone for the playoffs and doesn't play the regular season, so I'm probably going to end up staying away from that one. Treylon Burks. Nah, because they just got Ridley. I don't know about that one. Chief, I don't know about that one. Could go Devontae Walker. That's not a terrible pick. I want Tyler Boyd, but I have no idea where he's going. That's my problem. Like, you know he's going to be consistent, but I just don't love that. My wide receivers are clearly lacking. Tell me something I don't know. I am just not a Jalen Hyatt guy. Being in the New York area, all I hear is Jalen Hyatt, Jalen Hyatt. But I'm sorry, I can't back that. I cannot back that. Noah Brown, at least I can back that. He's a good player in a good offense. That's what you want in these late round drafts. You want somebody who's in a good offense. Ooh, that's what I'm going to do. When it comes back to me, I'm going to take Noah Brown. When it comes back to me, call me crazy. I'm taking Rondell Moore. Realized he's not in Arizona. And I really think he's a lot better than Darnell Mooney. So I think he's going to have... As I'm saying, it just sounds terrible. Alec Pierce, not a bad player to be getting at 102. Greg Dortch, not a bad player either. But I don't know if I love those picks. I'm just going to have to take Devontae Walker. I really hope that is a good idea. Because I'm not loving my tight ends options here. I already got 2 guys. Like, if I'm going to take anybody, I'm taking Dawson Knox. Because he's just going to fall in the end zone randomly. For no reason whatsoever. So let's go with Devontae Walker. Feel a little bit better about that. And then I got 2 more picks, boys. I got 2 more picks, and draft 1 is out the way. Yeah, this took over an hour. That's pretty tough, I just realized, but hey, take whatever we could get, you know? Take whatever we can get. This is the part of the draft where things just get really ugly for everyone. I think we could all agree with that. So, doesn't really matter who we're taking. You might get a diamond in the rough. You're probably not. But Daniel Jones is there for somebody who really wants a diamond in the rough. Trying to find wide receivers that like I would be in love with, but I don't think that's a thing. Nelson Aguilar didn't have a bad season last year. That could be a valid option. Doesn't sound great, but it's not a bad option. I'm definitely not taking Chase Claypool or Kadarius Toney. I'll tell you that much. Definitely not doing that. You can unsubscribe to me if you see me take one of them. I full on give you permission to do so. I don't think anyone wants to see that. That is not good content, so we're not going to do that. Was Bateman taken? I'm sure he was. Yes, Bateman was taken. Okay. So we know Bateman is not available. Jonathan Mingo was his name-o. I don't know if I can back that. I don't know if I can back that. Jalen McMillan. Not familiar with your game, brother. Let's see. Yeah, you went to Washington. Okay. Stats. Stats don't mean everything, but give me an idea of what you are, what you're not. Nah, I'm not loving that. I know that's means absolutely nothing, but just not loving that. I don't see anything. Well, I'm not going to see any news, like training camp news, like, oh, wow, you can't miss this guy. So I don't know what the hell I was even looking for by Googling his name. I really just wanted to know what school he went to. Looking at this Greg Dortch, Alec Pierce kind of thing, but then why the hell would I not take Josh Downs way earlier and be like, oh, Alec Pierce, yes. So that don't really make sense to me either. Malik Washington is just sitting here. Daniel Jones is just sitting there. I cannot believe I took you as early as I did. I thought you were going to be like my late round sleeper. No. I'm an idiot for queuing him up. I'm an idiot. That is why you don't queue up people, ladies and gentlemen. 2 picks away. We got this. My last 2 picks are going to be back-to-back, so after I make my next pick, I guess we'll wait around a little bit, but then I'm going to go take a break. Quick break, like a minute, not even. Let's go run to the bathroom real fast, but I got wide receivers. Do I love them? No, but I have wide receivers. I think Nelson Aguilar is the move. Watch, he was probably taken. Oh, no. He's available. I'm going to do that. You know, you're taking Odell out of this offense. Rashad Bateman, like I said, injury concerns. Had a bounce-back year playing with Lamar. I like that, you know? He's re-signs with Baltimore. I think that's a good play for me. But I could use another tight end. My last pick. Gerald Everett at a new scene. I like Ben Sinnott, though. It's a value. But I'm going to go Dawson Knox. It was a miserable season for him last year. Dalton Kincaid's only going to get better. But one thing I know about this world, that guy's going to fall in the end zone. So if I get 9-10 points from him, and that's my flex for the week, I'll take it. I really will. I won't be mad at it. But all the picks are in. I have 8 wide receivers. I want to see if anybody took more, like a ridiculous amount of wires. Because one dude damn near had 8 of them. Okay, I guess he never went back to wide receiver after that. You have 5 quarterbacks. Nah. Come here, man. You have Brock Purdy, Matt Stafford, Watson, Sam Darnold, and Michael Penix Jr. What the hell are you doing with all those quarterbacks? You only get to play one, my guy. You only get to play one. Michael Mayer and Pat Fryermuth are your tight ends. Are you kidding me? You know why they're your tight ends? Because you felt like taking Matthew Stafford, Deshaun Watson, Sam Darnold, and Michael Penix Jr. Are you kidding me? Yeah, you got good wide receivers. I'll give you that much. You just got Malik Washington, so that's... Well, I shouldn't say just. He got him last round, but... Keaton Mitchell, you know what? I ain't going to hate on you too much for that. Oh, wait. Did you take another quarterback? No, you didn't take another quarterback. You took... Who the hell you take? Oh, you took Tucker Kraft. Yeah. I ain't loving that team, Chief. I ain't loving that. Just a few more picks in, so while we wait, let me go step out real quick. I'll be right back, guys. All right, sorry that took longer than expected, and I had no idea that I didn't mute my mic while I was gone, so that's my bad. But let's go view full draft and just see how it went. Let me just make it. Whoa, sorry about that. No. Sorry for the eye clutter. And I didn't turn my mic off, so that's embarrassing. But, let's see what the hell we got going on here. What in the hell are we doing? Waiting for me to fetch my draft for 3 hours. What the hell is this, man? What the hell is this? Alright, well, I guess we're not going to do that then. Okay, that works. So here we are. Just a quick little breakdown. Here are my QBs. Jaden Daniels, Geno Smith, Drew Lock, unfortunately, because I had him queued up ridiculously. I didn't really get much of a stack. Took a bunch of guys from different teams. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Usually I like to stack. I did not stack. So I'm going to have to try to do that a little better next time around. But following my running backs, I'm absolutely stacked at running back in my opinion. I have Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Jones, Brian Robinson, and Zach Moss. Following that, my wide receivers, Malik Neighbors, Jalen Waddle, Jaden Reed, Jerry Jeudy, Demario Douglas, Noah Brown, Devontae Walker, and finally Nelson Aguilar. And then my trio of tight ends are Brock Bowers, Evan Ingram, and Dawson Knox. Now the goal is going to be to try to draft a better team than that. I thought I was making a really good team. I got to be honest, I didn't really make a good team. Slow timer, we're not doing that. Could jump into another $3 12-man. It's kind of the only one filling up right now. $10 draft, $25 draft. A big 50 ball. I ain't playing in 04 personally. Get the hell out of here. Does everyone get a super team? Like, nah, I'm good. That's kind of lame. What the hell are we going to do here? Seems like $3 are the only ones that are filling, but I don't want to keep going down that $3 rabbit hole. Let's try to enter a $5 draft. We did that before and it didn't work. So let's see if all of a sudden that is going to work. Highly doubt it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them below. We're just going to be waiting to see if this fills. Waiting back. So it took over an hour to get that first draft done. That is not good. We're going to have to speed that up. Maybe playing a 10-man draft. Because who the hell wants to sit here through the whole freaking live and just watch one draft an hour? That's really boring. But I ain't playing no 4-man draft. Hell no. Hell no. Alright, it's 5:17. If nobody else joins by 5:19, I'm getting the hell out of this draft. I'm getting the hell out of here. And you know what? I'll even just give it to 5:18. One more minute. If nobody's joining, I'm outie. Leave my mouse clicker on leave draft. Leave it over there so y'all can see. Alright, it's 5:18. Give it like 5 more seconds maybe. 5 more seconds. And yeah, I'm out of here. Nobody else joined. Seems like the 12-teamers are the way to go. But those are going to take forever, man. Those are going to take forever. Let's try a $3 10. Only one other person in here, unfortunately. See if that fills. Seems like everyone wants 12-man leagues. I mean, I don't mind 12-man league, but I feel like that just took a while. you know, we all got things to do. Me personally, I don't have things to do. That's why I'm live streaming. But give it a minute. Nobody joins in a minute. I'm outie. Nobody joins in a minute. I am outie. Kind of interesting, you know what? While we're waiting, big trade happened in my Dynasty League. If anyone from my Dynasty League is watching, let me know what you think about this trade, or anyone in general, feel free to comment. Where's the trade? Hold on. Let me find this. So one team gets Michael Pittman and a 2026 second round pick for a 2024 first, the 109, 10-man league, the 204 this year, and the 208. Now, obviously, the person that got Michael Pittman Jr. feels ecstatic because now he doesn't have to drop all these players for draft picks. But me personally, I think there was a lot given up in this situation. Feel like, yeah, 2026 second round pick is nice, but you're not going to see that for 2 years. I think the team that sold off Michael Pittman kind of made out because we don't know what Anthony Richardson's going to do for Michael Pittman. We've seen a very small sample size, and it wasn't that great for Michael Pittman. So, I don't know. I kind of didn't like that trade for the Michael Pittman consumer. Other than the fact that he didn't have to drop guys. That was cool. That was good. Wow. Bro left me out to dry. How dare he? We're going to play another 12-man league. It is what it is. We only need 2 more people to fill the 12-man, so we're just going to wait this one out. In the meantime, yeah, I'm going to step away for 2 seconds. Hold on, I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Tried to make that as less eye gouging as possible. Sorry, I'm not rich with a dual monitor setup, so I cannot stop you from seeing that madness. Still waiting on 2 more people to join, unfortunately. You know, we out here just waiting on the world to change. But I didn't do such a good job of trying to scout some wide receivers. So if we're gonna go wide receiver later, who do we like? We like Marquise Brown. I want to queue up, but I queued up last time and it was a disaster because I was talking and then I took Drew Lock. So I do not want to queue up again. Do not want to do that. That kind of screwed me over. But looking at wide receivers later, Jahan Dotson, who I wanted last time out and didn't get because I took Jerry Jeudy instead. I will be going for Jahan Dotson in this draft. Check out some of the running backs, just in case I don't go RB early. Alvin Kamara, though, might be cut or traded. Don't hate the value there. Do they have any news thing for him recently? No. Nick Chubb. Kind of a value. I mean, I don't want to take him because he's old, but not gonna lie, it's kind of a value. James Conner. Hate to admit it, but it's a value. Raheem Mostert, probably don't want to touch. Javonte Williams. Kind of afraid to touch that because I don't know what's going on with their QB situation. They could draft someone and make it good. Trey Benson. I am kind of a fan of that if he falls to me late. But Zach Moss and Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard is very low. I will be getting my Chuba Hubbard shares this offseason, I'll tell you that much. I am a proud Dynasty Chuba Hubbard owner, and I will be going after Chuba Hubbard. I will be getting a lot of his best ball shares, I'll tell you that much. Oh, why is nobody joining? I'm going to leave. See if anything else is popping off right now. That was me backing out. So now there's 9 instead of 10. We're not doing slow timer. We ain't got time for that. Ain't got time for that. $50. That's a little out of my price range, even though I got the money in the account. But then this would be a very quick stream. So I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do a 2-person, 3-person, 4-person draft. Hell no. I feel like it's just a waste of time. I'm just drafting dream teams out here. Number dream teams, man. I'll go back in the 12-person. We're waiting on 2 people. I guess midday is kind of dead. Tomorrow I'll go live. Tomorrow I do want to go live. So tomorrow I'll go live. Hopefully late at night. There's more people that are looking to get into some draft rooms, draft lobbies. Play for some cash. Okay, only need 1 more person now. We'll take that. We'll definitely take that. We definitely like that. One more person. Come on, don't be shy. Let me get your bills. Let me get that $5 from you. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get that $3 from you. If we pick again with like the 11th or 12th pick, Be pretty upset. Not saying I need a top 3 pick because I'm not really dying to take Christian McCaffrey, CeeDee Lamb. I think it's a little too rich. Jamar Chase, though he's an absolute stud, comes with his own injury concerns. So again, I'm not dying to be up in that spot where I have to decide between one of those guys. I would prefer to have to choose between like a Jahmyr Gibbs and a Jonathan Taylor like I did last time, but I just don't know. I don't know, Chief. One more person. That's all we need. I believe. I believe we're going to get that one more person. I do believe. Now I know for next stream, I have to bring an extra bottle of water with me because boy did I burn through this first one fast. That's probably why I had to run to the bathroom too. So maybe just keep it at one so I don't have to keep getting up and running away. I know one of my viewers want to come join. Please come join. It's only $3. It's not a donation. You just saw I took Drew Lock way too early. Clearly ain't no donation over here. I mean, that's not going to happen again, but here we go. We're in. What pick did I get? What pick? I am pick 12. Fantastic. Just what I wanted. But hey, I'll take the double pick. It's going to be a really long time between my next picks after that, so I have to keep that in mind. Maybe I'll try to go wide receiver, running back, but we'll see what's available. Kind of have to go in on the fly. I can't really make up a plan in these situations because that's how you get burnt. I saw a double running back opportunity last draft. I took it. May not have been the best because my wide receiver struggled. Malik Neighbors was my best one, but you live and you learn. You can't learn without making a mistake. But I don't think I made a mistake. I should change my dog soon. I should have enough money deposited in where I could change my dog, you know. I kind of like German Shepherd. German Shepherd's cool. 101. Here we go. Breece Hall at 101. Wow. That's definitely going to shake up the draft. Whoever's at pick 2 and pick 3 is enjoying this. Bro is too high for this, but he could have any wide receiver that he wants at his whim. So let's see what he does at pick 3. He takes CeeDee Lamb. Okay. I don't hate that. That's a good pick. So Breece Hall, Christian McCaffrey, and CeeDee Lamb are the first 3 picks. Followed by Bijan Robinson just comes off the board. Big Papa Pump is on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. And he takes Tyreek Hill. Being that Breece Hall went, I may have an opportunity to get a wide receiver, but Nico Collins is not who I want. So Garrett Wilson's there. I might be intrigued on taking a wide receiver. Because it's really like a second round pick, depending on who I take with my first pick. I might fuck around and take Jonathan Taylor again. Get my Jonathan Taylor shares up, you know what I mean? But after Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra, and Puka are the next 4 taken. So let's see how this goes. Fixing my hair like a maricon. All right, A.J. Brown, gone with the 10th pick. So if this person takes Garrett Wilson, I am out on taking a wide receiver this early. Though Devontae Adams isn't a bad choice, I feel like it's a bit of a reach. I feel like it's a bit of a reach. I would like Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson, Jahmyr Gibbs. That'd be really sweet if he doesn't take one of those. But his timer right now, he's taking Jahmyr Gibbs. Yeah, we're getting our Jonathan Taylor shares up, it looks like. I'm not willing to let him pass. So, with that being said, Garrett Wilson, Jonathan Taylor, welcome to the squad. Welcome. It's going to be a long time before we pick again, so might just have to sit back and relax. Kyron Williams goes right after my Jonathan Taylor pick. I like that. I like that. Why am I yawning? It's 5:30, dude. Get it together, man. What, you need another coffee in you? I already had 2 cups of coffee today. I guess I'm just crashing from the caffeine now. Nico Collins off the board. I like Nico Collins. I just feel like where I was picking picks 12 and 13, there's just better guys. Like, I would rather Garrett Wilson. And I don't know if I was willing to pair up Garrett Wilson with a Nico Collins and then end up with no good running back. Well, no elite running back, I should say. Because obviously there's going to be good running backs that come back to me, hopefully. But we'll see how that goes. I'm 20 picks before my next pick, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'd be looking at like a Josh Jacobs. Not a bad idea, but I'd rather Devontae Smith. It's TBH. Cooper Kupp. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick if he comes back to me. He burnt me in my redraft, but I'm willing to make amends. Willing to not let the bridge be burnt. Oh, let me sit up. I don't want to look like some slouch on here. Who the hell wants to watch a slouch stream? Let's go over who went after Nico Collins. So after Nico Collins is Saquon Barkley, followed by Devontae Adams, followed by Devon Achane, then Travis Etienne and Brandon Ayuk. And now the person Stansbury, who went Bijan Robinson, has an interesting decision to make at what wide receiver he wants. Because I'm assuming he's not going to take Josh Allen. I don't know why I would assume that. But yeah, he takes DJ Moore. Was not going for a quarterback, I figured. It was a good assumption by me. It was a good assumption. Come on. You can admit it. The Sundance Kid. I'm sure he wanted the Sun God, but that didn't happen, my friend. Did not happen. I'm sorry. He takes Josh Jacobs. So it looks like I'm going to have a choice of a better wide receiver than what I expected. I would take Malik Neighbors. That's a legit wide receiver too. I don't know about a 1 like I did last time, but Jahmyr Gibbs and Jonathan Taylor were there. I had to take them. Sorry. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. I feel like I made the right decision with that. It was just after that it started to get ugly. Drake London off the board at pick 26. All right. Listen, you don't want Stephon Diggs? I get it. But expectation is key. Somebody like Stephon Diggs was expected to be the fourth best wide receiver, and that wasn't the case. Now people don't want to take him as the 10, 11, 12th best wide receiver, even though that's very possible. He could be like wide receiver 7 for all we know. I'm 8 picks away. Stephon Diggs was just taken at pick 28. I feel like that's a good value. Tank Dell, I think that's a little too pricey. I wouldn't take him before Jalen Waddle personally. I feel like that's just a little bit of recency bias kicking in. But we're probably going to be looking at that Waddle, Metcalf, Neighbors tier, somewhere down here. I think that's probably where we're going to end up having to pick from. There's 4 players above that. I'm 6 picks away. So, think it makes sense. I'll probably be picking in this tier. Sam Laporta off the board at pick 30. I feel like that's a little too rich. But hey, what do I know? Tank Dell off the board, pick 32. Good. I didn't want him. I have 3 picks away. 2 picks away and Mike Evans goes. And yeah, probably going to end up taking whichever one of these 3 doesn't get taken. This guy needs a running back. I'd love to see him go Derrick Henry. Make it even easier on me to pick between one of these 3 receivers. But we'll see how that goes. We shall see. Is he going to go 3 wide receivers? It looks like his timer ran out, and he takes Jalen Waddle. Okay. Does not make my life any easier. I don't hate taking Jalen Hurts here, but like I said before, I'm not really dying to reach for a quarterback. So, not really my cup of tea. At least I did $3 drafts now. I still have a ton in the account so that when I go live tomorrow, definitely be able to do more with that. Malik Neighbors off the board. I said I was going to take whoever's left of the 3, but am I going to go? Yeah, I'm going to take DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf and Garrett Wilson, that's a scary combo. But it's back to me. Damn. Could take Jalen Hurts. Kind of feel like it's a value. I like Devontae Smith, though. And if I don't get another running back like Rashad White, then nobody's going to fall to me. I'm going to take him. Maybe should have went James Cook over him, but if I don't take a running back there, I'm not getting a good one. So, James Cook, not that he's a bad player, just Josh Allen is going to take away rushing touchdowns like he did last year. James Cook carried me last year, though. That was somebody I was high on. Wasn't really going too early in drafts. But Rashad White is a dog. They're going to run it back. They're going to be better than they were last year, probably. Or just as good at the very minimum. So, I'll take that. Maybe could have went Cooper Kupp as my 3rd wide receiver. But injuries scare me with Cooper Kupp. And that's why he's fallen at wide receiver 27. A healthy Cooper Kupp, damn, that could be like top 12 finish. But I feel like a healthy Cooper Kupp probably finishes better than Nakua. But it's a lot of hypotheticals I'm throwing out there right now. Got 19 picks before my next pick. Oh, brother. This is going to be interesting. Definitely going to be interesting. What the hell's going on with my hair? This shit is wildin'. Can't believe I'm cussing on stream. That's what my hair's got me doing. Cussing on stream. This boy needs a haircut. Tell me something I don't know. So James Cook and Isaiah Pacheco, picks 41 and 42 respectively. I like those. I feel like James Cook is a value there. This draft room is not that high on Cooper Kupp and Derrick Henry. They are still available. Lamar Jackson is available. I want to see where Jalen Hurts went. Did he go right after me? He did go right after me. I feel like that was the right pick. Yeah, I mean, he's got a good team. Malik Neighbors is 1. Gibbs and Kyron are his backs. And he's got Jalen Hurts at quarterback. That's a good team. That is a good team. Derrick Henry just goes at the 409. Travis Kelce at the 410. Low key could be a value. I don't remember where he went in the last draft we did, but that could be a value. Oh my God, this guy who took Brees Hall took Rashee Rice at 212. Yikes! Yikes! I'm not loving that team, brother. Not loving that team. Gotta be honest. Christian Kirk goes at 411. I don't know. I don't hate that personally. We can pretty much certify that Roman Dunze will not be available for us. That's a bummer. Could get Aaron Jones. Just buying the shares of Aaron Jones as much as I can. It's a good running back. Obviously, injuries are a concern, but if he's my third running back, I kind of live with that. Definitely live with that. You can see so far this team clearly isn't better than my last team, but I have better duo of wide receivers right now. Both could respectively finish in the top 12, so that's really good. I don't think Metcalf will finish in the top 12, but it's surely possible. Probably won't be as good as he was last year, but it is surely possible. Following Christian Kirk, we have Amari Cooper, then Patrick Mahomes. Calvin Ridley and Zay Flowers are off the board. Lamar Jackson follows. Whoever's picking in this middle of the fifth round, you got some value here. There's Roman Dunze, Jaden Reed. I don't know if George Pickens is really that high, but Trey McBride. Some good guys here. A lot of good guys that I'm not going to be able to draft, so enjoy them for those guys up there. Enjoy it. I could go JSN. That way I know that I'm guaranteed some touchdowns. But we'll see what happens. Trey McBride goes, pick 56. I like that. I think that's good. I think that's some good value. Terry McLaurin follows Trey McBride. That's a good pick. Two picks away. If I could smack Jaden Reed off the board, that would be awesome. But one team before me only has one wide receiver, and it's Malik Neighbors, so would make sense if, similar to what I did in my draft at the 111. Yeah, Jaden Reed goes right before him, so he's not going to be able to kind of copy my team. Whoa. Brother, you have 5 wide receivers and nothing else. Are you good? Are you good right now? You might be the one that's too high for this and not the other guy. You might be too high for this game. You got too many wide receivers, brother. You need to chill out. Save some for the rest of us. God damn. Mark Andrews was the pick before me. I kind of like Anthony Richardson in this spot, but let me try to think here. I definitely don't like the wide receivers this tier, so I'm probably going to stay away. Aaron Jones will be my first pick. Gee, I kind of like Anthony Richardson here. Yeah, I'm going to take Anthony Richardson. I guess you could say he fell to me, not really, but I just feel like I'm getting a value, and I don't know how fast quarterbacks are going to go or not. I know this guy don't need one, but I'm sure somebody after me was like, oh, Anthony Richardson, if he falls to me, I'm taking him. But I wasn't going to let that happen. Was not going to let that happen, ladies and gentlemen. I got over 20 picks before my next pick, so I'll be right back, ladies and gents. Stay tight. All right, that was more like a minute. I'm back. Getting better at this whole clicking off so you guys don't have this headache going on of seeing the screen a million times because it drives me absolutely insane. But let's check on how the draft's been since I stepped away. After I take Anthony Richardson, Alvin Kamara comes off the board, followed by C.J. Stroud, followed by Joe Mixon. Then after that, Marquise Brown. That seems like an ADP reach, but I actually like that pick. I'm not even going to lie to you. Jordan Addison follows, then Joe Burrow. We're definitely going to see this guy, Marquise Brown's ADP rise. I don't think 90.8 is very realistic, but granted, nobody knew what team he was going to go to, and he probably went to the best team for him. It's definitely going to bump his ADP up. He's not going to be, an 8th round, 9th round guy for long. And neither one of these drafts were we able to draft him, which is kind of disappointing. But luckily, I could just do the damn near reach and go get my boy. Where is he at? Go get my boy Jahan Dotson, wide receiver 61. We'll take him well before that. But for now, I kind of like my team. I do not have a tight end. Might get Evan Ingram shares again. Let's take a look at some tight ends. David Njoku, valid. Evan Ingram just went, actually. So now I don't feel so bad about where I took Evan Ingram in the last draft. Definitely panicked on tight end. Felt like he needed that, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really seeing it. Brock Bowers just went. So yeah, I'm not reaching on these guys. They just went way earlier in this draft. But I kind of like if I could snag Njoku and Ferguson back to back. No, I'm probably going to miss out on that because I'd like to get maybe like a Nick Chubb, Najee Harris, James Conner beforehand. Again, not loving the wide receivers that have fallen to me where I'm picking. I would like Adonai Mitchell, honestly, but is that going to be realistic? Probably not, because I would have to take him with my 8-9 turn. I mean, my 7-8 turn, which I don't really want to do that, to be honest. He's not going to be there when I pick again in the 9th round. But let's see how it goes. It seems more like a league where QBs are not as hot of a commodity as the last one, so that's a good thing, even though I already took a quarterback, unfortunately. Still a lot of good quarterbacks left. Probably wouldn't make it to me, though. Maybe Jordan Love would have. Maybe. But I like Anthony Richardson where I got him. No regrets. No regrets about that. No regrets whatsoever. I don't know what the heck mom is cooking downstairs, but it smells great. I'm like that Drake meme where Drake smells a pie and he starts floating. I kind of feel like that right now. I'm like floating. Christian Watson, best wide. I don't know if I want to take him. Could bolster up the running back position because I'm 3 picks away. Ramondre Stevenson, Tony Pollard probably won't be there, but Najee Harris is there. What about Jalen Warren? He's RB27. What am I reaching for him? He's younger. And I definitely don't want Austin Eckler that bad. Not that Austin Eckler's bad, but definitely seen a little bit of a fall off. And he's going to a team where I have no idea what that offense is going to look like. They could be good, though. Not saying they won't be. But a lot of uncertainties. Bro needs a running back. If you take another wide receiver, I'm going to slap you. Hey, he takes Dak Prescott to pair with CJ Stroud. Yikes. What the hell are we doing, people? I guess Dak isn't really that bad, considering none of these are, like, players you have to grab. It looks like I might have to go Njoku Ferguson if I want that combo now. I think I do want that combo now, to be honest. I have a quarterback, have 3 running backs, I have 2 wide receivers. I don't love who's there at wide receiver. But, I kind of like Jalen Warren. I do. Arthur Smith is definitely going to run him. Let's take Njoku, because I feel like David Njoku has arrived in the NFL. Barring injury, David Njoku has arrived. He's not going anywhere. I want to take Jake Ferguson. I really do. But I shall not. I will take Jalen Warren. I feel like if I'm going to take somebody like Tony Pollard who's going to split carries, or Najee Harris who's going to split carries, I might as well get the guy that I feel like is going to make the most out of his split backfield. You know, Eckler's in a split backfield as well. If there's anybody that I feel really good about making it happen in a split backfield, it's going to be Jalen Warren here. So that's why I reached for him. Hopefully Jalen Warren balls out. You see what Tyler Algier did behind Bijan Robinson as a backup in Arthur Smith's offense. So I like the opportunity with Warren. He was really good last year. Doesn't need to be said. And now G. Winner is going to have to make a choice what running back he wants to take. And it's going to be Tony Pollard with the auto pick, it looks like. Yep. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. I mean, who the hell am I to talk? I only have 2 wide receivers at this point in the draft, but that team ain't it. Watch, now they'll have a better season than me in best ball. But they definitely won't win. I'll tell you that much. Definitely ain't going to win with that team. These 12-team leagues take forever. But, I mean, it's definitely better than drafting with the computer because, like, the CPU, like, if I went on, like, Fantasy Pros or something, they're just going to take these whack players that don't make sense. And then it's kind of like RNG. Then somebody's just going to reach for somebody that don't make any sense. And ESPN is probably the worst. ESPN, with the users that draft in that shit, they're like crackheads. I don't even know what the hell they're doing half the time. But then again, it's a pretty crackhead team here as well. Got 5 wide receivers. Can only get 4 to play at most. And then you have 2 tight ends, Dalton Kincaid and George Kittle. So one of those guys, their points are just going to be wasted. 2 of those guys' points are going to be wasted every week. Whether both the tight ends flex or a 4th wide receiver flexes. There's 5 really good wide receivers. You don't have anything else to really show for it. Austin Eckler is his RB1. Yikes. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That's a well-rounded team here. Stansbury. Got Lamar, Bijan, Derrick Henry, DJ Moore. Can you even see that on the screen? No, you can't. That's unfortunate. I'm going to have to change the fitting of the screen a little bit on the next one. I'm just taking a look at my Xbox screen going here because I have the live going.
Guy running on my monitor. I don't have a dual monitor set up, but it's close enough. DeAndre Swift and Tyjae Spears follow Austin Eckler. That's interesting. Nobody is dipping into the Jake Ferguson shares. That's a good thing. Maybe I'll end up with Adonai Mitchell. It's a maybe though. I would like if Adonai Mitchell fell to me. Again, I don't know what team he's gonna end up with, but I do know one thing for certain. He is a hell of a ball player. He is a hell of a player. So I would be happy taking Adonai Mitchell. Still 11 picks away, so it's a little too early to assume I'm going to get him. Hoping somebody just jumps the gun, takes Xavier Worthy, so I don't have to worry about it, but we'll see how that goes. I did say I like Trey Benson, but I have 4 running backs, so don't think I'm going to be dipping into that. I need a wide receiver. Like Adonai Mitchell. Love Jamison Williams. Again, neither one of those guys is probably going to end up with me. Even though a lot of these teams have 5 wide receivers. It could happen. I've seen 2 guys in the next few picks that have 5. See somebody with 4 wide receivers. And he takes Jamison Williams. So now what? He has 6 wide receivers? Yeah. Yikes. And your RB1 is Tyjae Spears. What are you doing, man? At least grab like Javonte Williams. Give yourself a chance every week of putting together a good lineup. But no, I guess not. I like Troy Franklin. Made a video about him, but he was a little underwhelming in the combine. I don't know what team he's going to yet. Might be something I steer clear of. Could take Tyler Lockett. That way I do know that I'm going to get a good percentage of the targets. I would just have to worry about Jackson Smith and Jigba, honestly. Obviously. He's going to take a step up. He's going to be a lot better than he was in his rookie season, but I still have 2 really talented wide receivers. And an offense that's hired somebody who excels in a 3 wide receiver format, or personnel, I should say. Adonai Mitchell went at pick 100 right after Jamison Williams, so both of those guys are out for me, unfortunately. Josh Downs, not a bad player. He's available. Could get that stack with A-Rich. AR-15, you know. Or was he right now? 5 in the NFL? AR-5, I should say. Justin Herbert goes after Romeo Doubs. Then we have 2 running backs come off the board. Raheem Mostert, Brian Robinson. Good picks. I'm 3 picks away. I'm not going to get a wide receiver that I love. But TJ Hawkinson at tight end 12 might not be so bad. Could at least flex that. Because I'm not getting any real wide receivers here, it looks like. Not taking Tua. Definitely not taking Justin Fields yet. And I don't need a running back, so I can't really advise taking a running back. I'd like to come back and get younger running backs. That way I know I have somebody that's going to be playing in like weeks 10, 11, 12, 13 when I need to catch up on points. When people's 5 wide receiver lineups get busted and 3 of those guys are hurt or something. Not saying I wish injury. It's just how best ball goes. You draft these God squads and you're like, oh, damn, I got a great team. And then injuries happen in training camp. It's very early. Could get Lad McConkey, though. Not a bad option. Is it a good 3rd wide receiver? Hell no, but it's the cards I'm dealt right now. Think I'm going to take TJ Hawkinson. He was elite in fantasy the last 2 seasons when he had Kirk throwing in the ball. But even before, when he didn't have anyone that great throwing in the ball, still a solid tight end. And all I need is solid tight end numbers if he's going to be my second tight end. Just need someone to be solid. If I don't get Ladd here, I'm not going to get him. Do I take Mr. Consistent, though? It's a down year for him. Nah, we're going with the youth. Ladd McConkey, baby. We riding. Riding the Ladd. Pause. All right, we're 10 picks in. Got 10 more. And after that, I'll probably just pack it up and we'll start this again tomorrow. Hopefully there's more people playing. Maybe more 10-man leagues so this goes by a little quicker. I also have a better team if it's a 10-man league. So that's something to be looking out for. Something to be optimistic for, I should say. Zach Moss is just chilling here, though. Zach Moss is just chilling. Somebody that I think is going to have a really big season in Cincinnati. He's just chilling there. Caleb Williams goes right after I take Ladd McConkey. That's interesting. Not a bad pick at all. Just saying it's interesting. His ADP is for sure going to rise once he gets drafted, even though we all know he's going to the Bears. His ADP is definitely going to rise. QB 16 is very, very low for somebody that's, going to come in and probably be a generational great. Chuba Hubbard is still here. It's a good player. Very good player. Jonathan Brooks also available. Another really good running back. Could use a rookie, like I said before. Definitely want to grab a rookie. Not going to be there when I pick, but... Oh, why am I yawning so much? I don't hate the idea of Zach Charbonnet, but he only had good stats because Ken Walker went down with the injury. I think it's safe to say I'm looking at Jahan Dotson with my next pick. Maybe even double dip and grab like a boomer bust Gabe Davis to go with them. I don't know. But if Gabe Davis is gone, they don't plan on drafting a wide receiver. Khalil Shakur could be a good pick, but he's not going to be there when I pick. Chuba Hubbard could be there. I might take that. Or you know what? Kirk Cousins to pair with another wide receiver, that could be the move. That could be the move. I think I'm going to unprioritize that. Prioritize Kirk, then Jahan Dotson, then Gabe Davis. If all goes bad, even though I should probably consider Gabe Davis before Dotson, I would rather Dotson. That's just my personal opinion. I think, when we look at somebody like Jahan Dotson, yeah, he had 7 touchdowns last year, and his disappointing year 2 season, even though had more targets, had more receptions, he played more games. So it kind of doesn't feel like he was that much better than he was in his rookie season 2022. But I think if they add a quarterback, he's due for a breakout. I would rather him than Gabe Davis right now, for sure. According to the ADP, that sounds crazy, but I must be crazy then. Call me crazy. Some teams don't have a quarterback, so I might not be able to win the Kirk Cousins sweepstakes, but that's okay. Do need wide receivers more than that. Gabe Davis just went. Good, I didn't want him. Pop a pump with 7 wide receivers. Keep smacking wide receivers off the board. He is an absolute demon. Or maybe he knows something I don't know. Because he's going to probably get Chuba Hubbard here if he wants him. That's a good pick. That is a really good pick. Getting him after his ADP, too, not to mention. That could be a good pick. This guy's ADP's got to drop. Justin Fields. Oh, my God. He took Justin Fields. Oh, my God. What in the world? Taking a guy you don't even know if he's going to be a starter somewhere or not, that is crazy to me. That is crazy. That guy's ADP must come down ASAP. That is crazy. Maybe these people know something I don't, though. Maybe they know that he's going to be a starter somewhere, because I don't see it. Dallas Goedert comes off the board right after Justin Fields. I'm 5 picks away. It's looking like I'm not going to get Kirk Cousins. There's still one team that doesn't have a quarterback. They're probably going to take Kirk Cousins and run away with that and be like, damn, I have an awesome team, because they kind of do if they take Kirk Cousins in this spot. They have James Cook, Nick Chubb, Brian Robinson. He's on the clock right now. He's got Brian Robinson. Yep, he takes Kirk Cousins. Okay, that option's gone for me. But Chuba Hubbard is available. I fuck around and take Chuba Hubbard, you know? I almost said Nick Chubb. I might fuck around and take Chuba Hubbard, you know? That's a good player. You know he's going to be the starter. Absolute value at his ADP. ADP 121. It's pick 130 right now. He's still here. I don't know what people are thinking. They think they're going to draft a running back even though already named the starter. It's interesting. Chuba Hubbard goes at pick 130. Like I said, that is a steal. Shouts out to G Winner. He gets a good player there. He needed the running back too. I'm on the clock. I could go get Jaden Daniels again. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to take Jahan Dotson because we know that's who we want. But I'm trying to figure out who we want else to pair with. Brandon Cooks is like low-key consistent as hell. Taking Michael Gallup out of the offense. We don't know how much they're going to want to run the ball depending on who their running backs are. I don't think Brandon Cooks is a bad pick here. I don't at all. It's obviously just injuries that concern me. But I'm going to take Brandon Cooks. I went 2 NFC East guys back-to-back, 2 wide receivers from the NFC East. Did not get Kirk Cousins. Could have easily have taken Jaden Daniels. Chose not to. Because I have Anthony Richardson, who is a stud. And we'll see what kind of quarterback falls back to me. I'd be happy with Baker Mayfield. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I would like Baker Mayfield personally. But look at us. We're over 2 hours strong in the live stream. For whoever stopped by, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Nobody went crazy in the chat. Nobody chatted at all. I don't appreciate that, but maybe next time, tomorrow, I'll be more entertaining or something. Who knows? Definitely got to work on body language. Been slouching a lot. I see myself on the camera, so I got to, try to not slouch so much. Try not to be such a lazy bum that I am and show that on the camera. Try to pretend like I got some energy to me, Try to drink a cup of coffee before the next stream. Zach Charbonnet is off the board. Now, this next team, kind of interesting. They have 2, 3, 4, and 2. Let me see what they're working with. Joe Burrow and Herbert, okay. ETN, Kenneth Walker, Najee Harris, okay. You got Najee Harris for a steal, not going to lie. Just added Gus Edwards to go along with that. Then Jamar Chase, Keenan Allen, Hopkins, and Lockett. I don't love that wide receiver core. I mean, I don't love DeAndre Hopkins usually, and he goes off anyway, so what the hell am I talking about? And then tight end Sam Laporta, Dallas Goedert. That's a solid duo. He got Dallas Goedert at a value. 11 picks after his ADP, which is cool. Something you love to see. Love getting guys at a value in best ball. How many guys did I get at a value? Got Brandon Cooks at a value. Hawkinson was somewhat of a value. But most of the guys I kind of reached for. Reached on Rashad White. Reached on Aaron Jones. Reached on Jaylen Warren. I just needed to make sure I had those running backs. Blake Corum is best available, so I'm not going to be able to get him in my next pick. Kind of like Michael Wilson, even though I just went wide receiver. Could use another good wide receiver. Roman Wilson, somebody that I think is pretty solid. Could take him. Drake May. I could take Drake May. If available, of course. Quentin Johnston. Kind of has a higher ADP than I'd expect, but then again, if it's not him, who's going to be taken with that pick? So I guess I understand why people are taking him so high. Kind of more relying on the volume than the actual talent aspect of it, so I get it. But we need to get better right now. That's what we need. We need to get better. We need a better roster. I don't know if taking Drake May makes me better. I'm definitely going to need another quarterback. But I could kind of wait on Gardner. No, I can't really wait on Gardner Minshew. I could wait on Gardner Minshew. Could wait on Russell Wilson. You know, people hating on Russell Wilson. I mean, I guess I get it, but last year he was really good despite everything going on around him, so. I think Michael Wilson might be my next pick. I don't think anyone's going to be jumping for Blake Corum. I would take Blake Corum if available. I don't think he's going to be available. Yep, he just went. I'm really good at that, just being like, oh, this guy's available, and then he gets taken. Maybe I should say Roschon Johnson's really good and see if someone takes him. Roschon Johnson is really, really, really good. Let me get somebody else, you know. Keep Michael Wilson for myself. This person drafting does need a running back. Jalen Wright is the best available. He's a rookie. Kendre Miller, also available. I was a big fan of Kendre Miller coming into the season. Didn't really work out. Sometimes you got to admit when you're wrong. And he takes Dontavian Wicks as his 8th wide receiver. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Your QBs are Fields and Jaden Daniels. Not horrible, but you have no idea what you're going to get out of Justin Fields. Austin Eckler's your only running back. That is not good. And it's not going to get any better, to be honest. Because I will take somebody, even though I got 4. I will take someone. But like I said, Roschon Johnson's really good. Don't take Michael Wilson. Some of these teams need a tight end. I mean, Michael Mayer is there. I don't hate Michael Mayer. I think he's pretty good, but the jury is not out on him completely yet. Michael Mayer just comes off the board. He needed a tight end, so that kind of makes sense. Well, he didn't need a tight end. He has Trey McBride, so he's a big fan of the 2022. Well, Trey McBride was 2021, but he's a big fan of the younger tight end generation. Oh, I'm sorry. He was 2022, and Mayer was the 2023 class. That's what I meant to say. 2 years removed. Keep forgetting we're in 2024. Still so new to me. But we're 3 months in. I got to get it together, man. So now we have Jaleel McLaughlin and Jalen Wright follow him. One more person before me, and he takes Michael Wilson. Fantastic. I could take Roman Wilson. Do like Roman Wilson. Don't love the quarterbacks here. But I will take Adam Thielen. I didn't get him in the last draft. I'll take him in this one. It's cool with me. But I still have another pick to make. Keaton Mitchell. Do I reach for him? Yeah. Oh, I missed him. No way. Who do I get? Kendre Miller. Yikes. I hate that. But it's bound to happen eventually. I missed one of my picks. Damn it, damn it. I would have took Roshan Johnson, but I feel like DeAndre Swift is really going to take away a lot of his work. And then we also have Khalil Herbert in the mix, who's still a really good player. So maybe I should have took Roman Wilson, but I got like over 20 picks before I pick again. So yeah, I'm going to step away for a little bit. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. We are back. We're 10 picks away. Keaton Mitchell, the guy I wanted. You versus the girl she said not to worry about. The guy she said not to worry about. that one just went. Followed by Khalil Herbert. Geno Smith is after that. I do need a second quarterback. Let's not forget. I think Russell Wilson's going to be the play in 8 more picks. That has got to be the play. Isaiah Likely comes off the board right after Geno Smith. This draft feels like it's going a little faster than the last one, though. I will say that. Draft is moving a little quicker. Elijah Mitchell and Antonio Gibson are the best 2 guys. Antonio Gibson comes off the board. Right before him is Tyler Algier comes off the board. I have like such an itch by my nose. But ain't no way I'm picking my nose on camera. Hell no. You gotta be crazy to do that. Yeah, I think it's looking like I'm gonna take Russell Wilson. Will Levis just went. I was thinking about him, but now I'm not thinking about him. Now all of a sudden, I'm turned off by the idea of taking him because he's gone. Jonnu Smith. Miami tight end. Who in the world? I mean, it's not like there's a Miami tight end that goes before him consistently. Could be a good vertical threat. It's a little risky. It's a wee bit risky, mate. The rookie running backs, I kind of want to take one, but it really depends on their situation. I got Kendrick Miller already. I mean, we have wide receivers, so at least that's a good thing. I don't have to worry so much about getting a wide receiver. Could afford to take a rookie running back. I'm taking Russell Wilson. Feel like that's good value. My pick again. Darren Waller's here. I'm probably going to pass on that, though. Oh, Aldrich went right before me. No. Why does that always happen? I was looking at Jonnu Smith. I'll take Jonnu. Not a sexy pick, but somebody I think would be pretty good. He's going to take that Durham Smythe role. How good was Durham Smythe last year? Not that good, but he's a lot better. Gives Tua another toy to play with, you know? Trey Palmer goes after. Could use another running back, but I want to say I feel pretty good about who I have at running back. I just needed more flex pieces, and I feel like Jonnu gives me that option on some weeks. Even though TJ Hawkinson and Njoku will probably end up, one of them will end up flexing. Might double dip at quarterback. I could go back and get Gardner Minshew when it comes back to me. His ADP is very low, though. but I have 19 picks before me. Who am I looking at in that 200-ish range then? J.J. McCarthy. I'd be okay with J.J. McCarthy. He's my third running back. A.J. Dillon, I don't know where he's going to sign. Otherwise, I would consider him. I think Dallas would be a great spot for him, but has not signed a contract with anyone yet. J.K. Dobbins, free agent. Posting post-rehab videos according to Underdog. I'm not really that interested. Sorry, I don't care for your post-rehab videos. I like the player. Don't know where he's going to sign, and I don't know if he's going to stay healthy. That's a bad combination. Like, at least, someone that I could kind of compare to somebody that was injury-ridden but at least got signed somewhere was Raheem Mostert. And he was a big part of the offense last year, but somebody like him was committed to and signed to. They knew who they wanted to take, They paid him the bag. Well, not the bag, but they paid him pretty good for a running back on a short deal. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking to do with my next pick. Noah Brown. That's a good best ball player. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna have some big games. But then you also have to worry about John Mechie, who I think is a pretty good player. But it wouldn't be the worst thing to stock up my shares on him. I don't think I took Rondell Moore in the last draft. I could take Rondell Moore. My last pick, I might take Ben Sinnott because I didn't take him in the last draft. But I got a long ways to go before I think of what I'm going to do in round 20, to be honest with you. I have an early round 20 pick as well, so. Could make my third quarterback Drew Lock, knowing that he's going to get a few games, but worried about Richardson getting hurt and not being there later in the season versus having someone who's going to have production the first few weeks of the season. That's the way I have to look at that. So, I could look at Daniel Jones then if I'm looking for someone to perform late in the season. But we don't really know too much about his situation right now. That's a problem in terms of when he's going to come back or if they want him to be the starter or not. I think it's crazy that it's even a question. I'm not a Daniel Jones believer by any stretch, but I'm definitely not a Daniel Jones hater. I understand when we go back to his last season, 700 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns. Like, there's clearly a path for him to be an effective wide receiver. Sorry. Voice is getting a little raspy because we've been on live for 2.5 hours now, which is crazy. Definitely new and out of my comfort zone, but again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, we're 7 picks away. I don't know what we're gonna do. I really don't. Now we're 3 picks away. It's starting to heat up. It's starting to heat up for real, dog. Looking at Demarcus Robinson, possibly. I don't know if I love that. Do we take a chance on J.K. Dobbins? He's never healthy. Never healthy. Like, at least Raheem Mostert played. I think I gotta go J.J. McCarthy. Kind of see like some Mac Jones in him where comes right to the league ready. But Gardner Minshew's a baller, dude. but he's not going to be as good as he was last year. I don't know. It's a tough situation to be in right now. Could take son of Jerry Rice. It's my pick. Jatavian Sanders went before me. Wow. Somebody's a Jatavian Sanders truther in this lobby. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess I'm going to do it. I don't feel good about that. J.J. McCarthy, and now I still need a running back. Do I trust that A.J. Dillon's going to get signed somewhere, though? I'm going to take Noah Brown. He fits that best ball mode where, like, I don't got to play him every week, but when he goes off and finds himself in the end zone, I'm going to reap the benefits of it most likely. So, take Noah Brown. Feel like I don't need any more wide receivers. Maybe I could get one more. I have 7. Could use a running back, but again, I don't really love the options here. I would have loved to have Keaton Mitchell over Kendre Miller, but that's a story for a different day now. Funny how Alexander Madison has not signed, but at the same time, I definitely understand. I definitely understand why he hasn't signed. Got 2 more picks, and then this draft is a wrap, unfortunately. Till tomorrow, of course. Tomorrow night I'll stream. Probably won't pick this 4 o'clock time slot anymore. I was trying to be generous to some West Coast people. Maybe you're just waking up in the afternoon and want to watch, but clearly that's not the case. Clearly not. Try to do more of like a nighttime stream. We'll go live at like 7. We'll probably go live at 8 o'clock. Maybe a little after. I'm probably not going to set a time because I don't know what time I'm going to be home exactly. But I will go live tomorrow night. So if you're watching this, you want to come through tomorrow night, definitely slide through. It's going to be fun. Whatever questions you were saving today to ask tomorrow, I'm sure you'll definitely be able to ask me questions. So that's dope. And yeah. Let's see what we do with the next 2 picks. I could go Gardner Minshew. I got a quarterback, though. Quarterback that I'm comfortable with. J.J. McCarthy is the 3rd guy. I'm comfortable with it. I think Jawan Jennings. Nah, I'm not going to do it. Kind of felt good about that for like 30 seconds, but I don't feel that good about it. Mac Hollins, sign with Buffalo. I could feel good about that. Tutu Atwell was a machine early in the season. Tutu Atwell got hurt. What happened to him? I didn't see anything after that. He played 16 games. He's really just reaping the benefits of early on getting the start, so not that he was missing time due to injury. Devontae Parker, but I don't know if there's enough targets to go. Unfortunately, I might be looking at Nelson Aguilar again. Unfortunate, but could I land? I mean, I could land Jalen McMillan. Let me get a... Oh, no, we looked at him before. What the hell am I saying? Nah, you know what? I'll take Luke McCaffrey. If you're Christian McCaffrey's brother, you got to be somewhat good. Got to be a good athlete. Got to get on the field. So, looking at that, Zeke Elliott is still available. No, he's not amazing, but you know he's going to sign with Dallas and be their running back again and take all the 1-yard touchdowns. So that could be an option. Yeah, you know what? I got the wide receivers down. Got enough guys. I mean, could take Luke McCaffrey over Ben Sinnott. I have 3 tight ends. I don't need Ben Sinnott. Ben Sinnott is not a guy that we need to draft. But I like him. It's tough. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do here. Son of Jerry Rice just went. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Zeke Elliott. Hopefully he signs with Dallas. If he doesn't sign with Dallas, he'll sign with another team where he's gonna be a goal line back. Get a lot of touchdowns. Touchdowns are everything. He wasn't bad last year when he played. He wasn't. Like it or not, you can make jokes about him being washed up. I get it, but could use his services right now. Definitely could. I think I'm going to do that in Luke McCaffrey. Call it a day. And Zeke's going to get taken right before I take him. I already know it. They have 5 running backs. I don't know if they're looking at a running back. I mean, truthfully, I have 5 running backs too. Why the hell am I looking at a running back? Because I want insurance, so they definitely got to be looking at insurance options. Tank Bigsby, okay. Still have a chance. I have a chance, ladies and gentlemen. I have a chance. Let's see. All capitans, because you didn't spell captains correctly. Capitans. Takes Alan Lazard, okay. Taking Zeke. Could take Frank Gore Jr. Could take Frank Gore Jr. I'm going to take brother of Christian McCaffrey, Luke McCaffrey. I'm going to call it a day. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow night, I will be going live again. I don't know who Schrader is, but he just came off the board right after me. Probably should get familiar with him if he wanted to take him this early. Well, last round pick. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Turtle. I'm signing out.